evening. Welcome to a spectacular fashion extravaganza, the Rohitbal Fall-Winter Collection 94-95 here at the Taj Mahal Hotel. This is really going to be an exciting evening. And we've got lined up for you some interesting interviews with the designer himself, some of his glamorous models and other celebrities attending. We'll also take a behind-the-scenes look at how this show was put together. Now before we get going, a profile of an exuberant, non-conformist and zany designer, Rohitbal. Is this man for real? Rohitbal, fondly known as Gudda, partied all through college but graduated with a first in history honors. He has no formal degree in fashion design. Instead, he apprenticed his way up from the shop floor of his brother's garment factory, and today he is right atop the Indian fashion scene. He works hard, he plays hard, and somewhere down the line he turns out clothes that swing from merely funky to flaming fabulous. His innovations are now part of Indian fashion folklore, making clothes out of jamawar shawls, experimenting with jute, embroidering with copper wire, and reacquainting the dapper Indian male with the aristocratic cut of angarkhas and bandgalas, or dressing Indian women in yards and yards of splendid fabric. So, what does Rohit feel about some basic issues?
I believe that Indian fashion is really going to become important one day, and I believe in myself and I believe in safe sex. I love life, I love crabs, I love the sea, I love the sand, I love sunbathing. I just love having a great time. I detest not being in front of the camera. I detest Tinda, I detest Tori, and I think amongst the most beautiful Indian women now is, I love Madhuri Dixit. I think she's fabulous. My status as a designer is from zero to hero.
Rohit's shows are known for their sheer theatrical flair, but the drama actually begins backstage during rehearsals with the grit and chaotic energy of the showmakers Vidyun Singh and Asha Kochar, and of course the lovely and leggy models.
I see color on the edge of the sky. I reach out slowly, just like I was blind. And I hear voices that I half recognize. Then I see myself shining in your eyes. What could it be?
Well, I think Gudda, as I know him, is one of the most talented designers I know. And besides that, he's extremely warm and a lot of fun to work with.
I think what Rohit has is an element of eccentricity combined with that aim for perfection, which works very nicely. And what he has is a very Indian as well as a very, very Western and contemporary approach.
I love Gudda's clothes because I love Indian clothes, and that is what Gudda primarily makes.
It'll be definitely a different show from the other shows which have happened, which I have done, because he's got a lot of fun elements to the show. Like he's got these silt walkers walking during the show. He's got these people playing the drum. He's got these tricksters to perform tricks on stage while the show is happening. So it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll set a very nice, fun mood for the evening.
Are you one of my tribe?
It's showtime, folks. Rohit's collection promises to entertain, shock and inspire. From the daring and raunchy clothes to the whimsical junkyard collection to the beautifully Kashmiri embroidered traditional garments. Let's take a look.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender.
Fashion for fun is first down the ramp.
Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. Wouldn't you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs? I could show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Hey, big spender. Spend a little time with the minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, a little time with me.
Classic flowing styles in burnished beiges. Vibrant colors and simple cuts make this winter collection wearer-friendly. Welcome back to the event of the season. Now, before the next sequence, we have Rohit here with his comments. Now, Rohit, what's behind all these outrageous clothes on stage?
Well, the fact that I think 50% of fashion is drama and 50% is wearable. And I've tried to strike a balance between both of them. And I want people to have a really great time and enjoy themselves, so there's an element of humor. And if I want to get an element of humor in the collection, there has to be some sort of dramatic fun. And that's exactly what it's all about, Anu.
What about the Kashmiri embroideries?
Those come from the heart. So something which is based on nostalgia and a feeling of wanting to belong. Because I've grown up and been brought up in Kashmir, as you know. And I felt that this was the only way that I could actually sort of try to go back and to try to make the people feel that this is what we've lost out on. So it was basically based upon Paradise Lost.
Yeah, what's the strongest thing you can take on to the international scene in terms of design or fabric or styling?
I think the strongest thing that we could take into the international scene is the soul of India. And the soul of India doesn't come that cheap, it doesn't come that quick. It's really important for all of us to realize the importance of what Indian fabrics, Indian style, Indian textiles, Indian workmanship is all about. But given the time and the right kind of space, I think we'll be able to do it. Not now, but one day, definitely.
So we're going to look forward to our Indian designers making it on the international scene. Now back to the show. The Kashmir collection is Rohit's tribute to his home state. And now, a flamboyant menswear collection.
I see color on the edge of the sky. I reach out.
The Junkyard and Raunchy collection sizzles the ramp.
When you're laying so close to me, there's no place I'd rather you be than with me. Do it to me again and again. You put me in such an awful spin in a spin.
Now before we show you the last part of the show, a roundup of the latest fashion tips and trends for the season ahead. Glamour is in with glittering saris, zardozi embroidery and long evening gowns. Lingerie-inspired dresses are the rage. Leatherwear and boots are on the strut. Makeup is bold with red lips and smoky eyes. Ball gowns and frilly shirts make for fun dressing. Accessories score with more. Cuts are clean with simple silhouettes, while fabrics are rich and flowing. welcome back. We're into the last part of the show and the excitement builds up for the grand finale. Beautiful antique shawls coupled with angarkhas and embroidered kurtas inspired by tribal craft. A range of trendy menswear in wonderful colors and fabrics.
Asian schism. Takari Tajasa right the rhythm. See? Live and direct this year, watch how the human complex up and get here. See? Watch me. Because they rhythm it, cool rhythm it, nice rhythm it, split rhythm it, shit. Cause some of them are bigger than mouth and them don't know how fit shit. Cause they cooler than ice, cooler than they not fool. Cause they want to come test their root, why but them just can't do it. Only they want to tackle, but they want to impress. But they know that the article of root, why coming live and direct. Wa-da-da-dum-da-da-dee. That the young man a come forget them problem. Wa da da dum da da dee. Watch me.
The Indian Collection, an ornate and richly embellished line that recalls the glamour of the 40s and 50s. That was quite a show. We've had a fabulous audience here. Let's talk to some of them. Okay, we have here with us at the show two of Delhi's designers, Suneet Verma and Gitanjali Keshav, for their comments. What did you think of the collection, Suneet?
In a word, I think it was superb. It was just a tremendous effort, towards putting the whole show together. And as it was his first solo show, I think I realized what it takes to put a show together. So I think in those terms, it was just fantastic.
Geetu, what about you?
It was the first show I've seen here which had such a large amount of clothes shown, first of all, and for me it was very sophisticated. There were a lot of very wearable clothes, which was again a nice change, and there were Western garments and Indian garments. So that way it was very different, and obviously the show was put together very well.
And what do you think of the Junkyard collection?
I thought it was fun and daring, and I'm glad he did that. I brought the humor out in people, and they need to take it lightly. They tend to take everything too seriously.
What about the women's collection?
Very wearable, parts of it were absolutely excellent.
Which ones?
I like the Kashmir one particularly. I thought it was very saleable. The last collection was very saleable. This is the, this is the wedding season. And it
But as a
really
man,
suited.
what do you think of the raunchy collection on the women?
Well, I don't see Indian women wearing that, so that's kind of difficult for it. But, as a statement, the collection was excellent, especially the fact that under the lace there was something that was not skin but looked like skin, and I think it was sort of
Choli ke piche kya hai?
something like that.
In general, his clothes are very good. Actually, I wanted to tell you, when he was just about 18 years old, he was adjudged as one of the best 10-breast men in Delhi. And that was the first time when Rohit really said, "Now you see, Mom, now you see, Mom." Because Rohit was always wearing different kind of shoes, different from others. Clothes were also different from others. His own design, his own style.
It's time to party.
And time for us to join the fun. I hope you enjoyed the show.
As much as we did. This is Anu Malhotra.
This is Rohitbal saying good night to everyone. I hope you had a really good time.
Good night.
Good night.